Hello and welcome. This is Golden Lion Tarot here to do another pick a card reading for you. And today's message will be spirit messages related to booze and alcohol. Now, please know, everybody listening and watching this video, that I am in no way saying anything disrespectful toward alcohol. And I have spent many nights drinking myself. In some ways, alcohol can be a really wonderful and great adventure to go on. But Spirit did guide me this morning to open up a conversation between you guys and Spirit concerning alcohol. So I'm just the messenger, okay? So whatever Spirit wants to bring forth. I already got a few messages before while I was meditating this morning and while I was shuffling the cards. So we'll see if that's the same message Spirit wants to bring forth. I never really know. So, okay, I did pre-shuffle the cards and okay, for this reading, I will be using Game of Thrones Tarot. I didn't get that part ready. Earth Magic Tarot, Dark Mirror Oracle, Osho Zen Tarot, and Light Seers Tarot. Okay, I think I covered them all. All right, so please enjoy this timeless reading. Whenever it comes to you, then that is the perfect time that the reading was meant for you. Well, if it's a year from now, is it still meant for you? Absolutely, 100%. So we're always expanding and we're always becoming, and I love tarot readings. I love YouTube. I love the whole setup that whoever started this, I thank you so very much, because I have found that listening to different tarot readers on YouTube have really exceptionally expanded my awakening, expanded my intuition, and have helped me to become all that I am today and all that I am becoming. So I'm sure that you all are on this similar journey, and it's just really awesome to be here and being a part of this and doing this with you guys. I'm awakening like you and going through the hardships, the same things that you guys go through, just in my own way. And it's just like it's an honor to connect with your energy and to do these readings. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate Spirit working through me, and I just love the whole system. So I send you all blessing, guys, and I'll show you the crystals I've chosen for this particular reading. Okay, so pile number 1, we've got this gentle pink rose quartz. Heart expansion, harmony, forgiveness. I feel like forgiveness is coming through really strong right now with this crystal. So some of you are in need of forgiving either yourselves or someone else. This crystal is calling to you to try to help you to feel into your heart so that you can work through this. The only way to get out of pain is to go through our pain. Okay? This pink rose quartz I just feel like a real tender, loving, like, hug coming through this crystal. I feel very, like, exposed. So this crystal is sending you warmth and the knowing that everything does change and healings do come. Let's just breathe, and you will be able to address your pain in time. Pieces of it are coming forth more and more each day. So there will come a time that all the pieces have come out and expansion has happened and growth has happened and change. The ball will roll, and the ball will stop at a new place, and you will be on your way to a new way of being. Okay? And then pile number 2, we've got this lapis lazuli. This is like a powerhouse crystal. It feels so strong. Connected to the third eye chakra, helping us to grow our intuition, the way we see things, seeing things in a new way. Coloring the world with the way we see things. So this crystal is giving that message that it wants you to change the world by the way you view the world, by the way that you are viewing the world. That you're spot on when you are in a place of serenity and just going with the flow and seeing the higher version of your situation. That is how you change the world. Each moment that you see the higher side to any situation, that reverberates like a huge vibration out to Gaia, down to Gaia's core, up to the clouds, past the clouds to the heavens, just instead of the heavens, maybe into the planets, the galaxies. And then the energy reverberates back down to Earth, down to Earth's core, back up through her core, back, and then through our feet, into our legs, up back into our third eye again. So every time that you see a situation in a higher vibration, this is what you are doing. That's what this crystal had, that very clear message for you. Okay. Thank you, crystal beings, for those messages. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, and if you want more time with these crystals, go right ahead. They really are talking a lot today. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll get started on 1. Okay, thank you, pile 1, for joining me. This reading is going to be guided spirit messages relating to booze and alcohol. Now, I know this is a touchy subject at times. It can be a very touchy subject in my family. So if you don't have any influence, if alcohol doesn't influence your life in any sort of way, then this reading's not for you. Okay? If alcohol is around you, if it's part of your daily life or part of your family life, or in any sort of way, if it affects you, then there's probably some messages in here for you. I would imagine so, because I really was picking up on a lot of people's energy when I was flipping the cards, and also spirit came to me in my meditation. So, all right, pile number 1, we'll go ahead. You've got, this is the Dark Mirror Oracle, and I did flip your cards upside down. Okay, so you've got number 20. These are darker energies with this oracle deck. So this is downcast pride. So I see somebody having problems with their pride. Doesn't mean you. It could be somebody that you're with, or it could be you. I almost flipped it over. So yes, I feel somebody really getting down on themselves at times. And we've got wind activation. So the wind is attempting to commune with you. When you go outside and you breathe in the air, it wants to show you that it's alive and what it's doing for you. Every time you take a breath, it cleanses your whole body. And there's a lot more to it than that, guys. But that is the starting point. You start there and you realize what it's doing, then it opens up a whole new portal of healing and activations for yourself. Okay? So the wind is talking to you. All right, then we've got Two of Cups. All right, so this is looking like there's a love reading here. All right, then we've got the Hierophant. Somebody's abiding by rules or not. And we've got the King of Swords, maybe not. Sharp, harsh words. Then we've got the King of Spears, and that was upside down. That one wanted to be upside down, so I'm going to read it as such. The King of Spears is normally like a really passionate, outgoing, he has a lot of pride. He just assumes, everyone around him just assumes that he's like super prideful, the leader type. Thinks that he's amazing. That's how people would view him. But that's upside down, so someone's not feeling so proud of themselves at times. At times. This is just another emotion. All right, then we've got the Nine of Swords. Somebody growling. All right, then we've got the Six of Swords. So somebody's got water that they enjoy. I feel that Six of Swords is about running away from problems. And I'm seeing it happening in the water. It's really standing out to me. So I feel that whoever is connecting with this reading, I feel like this is going to be a love reading. This is going, and this card just like came bouncing out when I was trying to move this deck. So this card really wanted to be here. So this card's going to be focusing on love. So I feel like whoever is connecting with this pile in this reading has been connected to a loved one, and I feel that they had a really deep, super deep connection. Of course, this is like, you know, how we feel when we feel that we're in love. It's just giddy, happy, charismatic. Everything that the other person does is just magnificent. You put this person up on a pedestal and they just like glow, and you stand underneath them and nothing that they do could be wrong because you're in that it's like you're hallucinating. You're not seeing the person for who they are. Okay, so I'm getting that energy. So I feel that this person that you're with or were with, this could be a past relationship that I'm picking up. I feel like that's going to be for a lot of you. I feel that some are current for sure, though. I feel that you guys have used alcohol. You guys have drank beer. You guys have used alcohol like everyone else has used it to get to know each other better. Everyone seems to open up once that beer can's clicked back and half of it's down your hatch. Things start coming out of your mouth easily, naturally it feels, and wonderfully. And the conversation goes back and forth. In fact, that part of having an alcoholic drink can be really beautiful. And I think that you guys have used that to get to know each other. Yep, I feel like there was magic just like flowing off of you guys. Every time you touch, sparks flew, like I'm saying gigantic sparks. Sometimes you would sit and talk till the sun came up. Okay, but then I feel that alcohol got to be drink a lot more than it was at the beginning of this relationship. Maybe one of you drank it more than the other. And I think that this happened because you're just trying to fit in. You're just going along with the way of the world. And the way of the world is to go to work, come home, eat dinner, and have a glass of wine, drink a beer. Barbecue with a beer in your hand, okay? That's just the way a lot of people live. And it's what, when a society holds on to a tradition like that, it's handed down generation to generation, and it just becomes a way of life. And I feel like that happened within your relationship. I also feel that alcohol has been used in a way to help somebody have false pride, because I see these roots just dangling. They're not like planted into the earth, so it's like not a stable pride. It's like something that was built upon like drunken nights. And when you build something, a relationship, on drunken nights, what do you have in the end? You have like, what do you have after a few years? After 3 years, you look back and you say, well, that relationship has a really shitty foundation. We weren't who we really were when we got together. We weren't being ourselves when we were falling in love. We were putting on a show. We were drinking, laughing, talking nonsense, laughing more. It just wasn't who you really were. It was like, well, you know, I've heard other people say they call spirits. I don't know if this is true, but I love that they call spirits. That I've heard this. That's why they call spirits, because when you're drinking, you leave your body. You're not connected to your body. Maybe a little, maybe you have a cord, like a small cord attached from you to your body. You just check out. I don't know really where you go. You just like check out. So when you check out of your body, when you're not in control of your body, who is? Right? Someone is, because you're moving and talking and walking and acting foolish or funny or seductive. I think that you guys have put on a really great show. I think when this happened, you put on a really great show. I don't want to say this is like something that you do every day. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the relationship was not built on a proper foundation. They never got to know the real you. You never got to know the real them. That's what I'm seeing. Let's see. Any other cards on that, Spirit? Okay, so we've got thunderbolts. Okay, so I think that there was a leaky foundation. It just wasn't able to hold up the vastness of you. I think that you are like this big, beautiful being, and your relationship was sitting on this tiny little foundation that just couldn't hold you. And then your significant other looked at you and was like, well, who are you? Like, I don't even really know who you are. I saw this person, and that's the person that I fell in love with. I'm really not sure who this other person is. Okay, things that are built on leaky foundations don't last. So I feel like a relationship falling apart. Okay, so we also got integration. All right, so everything that falls apart is for a reason, of course. And there's always a higher side to everything. That was the message for the lapis lazuli. There always is. There always is. There always is. Every tiny little trial that you go through throughout your day has a higher meaning for it. Okay? When you're able to see all of that, that's when true integration happens. That's when you're able to activate a different being inside of you. You become someone else. Okay? So, and I feel like that this wind, there's wind trying to activate that within you right now. Cloud beings are calling to you. When you look up and you see a being in the cloud, that being is for you. That being is there for you to help you to activate, to help you to integrate, to help you to be lighthearted. All right? I see that happening for you. I see beautiful, wonderful things happening for you. It's really awesome. Really awesome. I'm just like looking into a dark right now we're just looking into a dark corner, because when you look into those dark corners and let the light in the cracks, that's when this happens. That's when we're able to do this. So that's why we do it. It's not always fun, but that's why we do it. Okay? So here's the rules set upon us by the world. A lot of them suck. A lot of them we don't even know we're doing because they're so integrated into our being. All right? So I see drunken nights, I see booze, I see people having drinks, laughing, having a good time, and then fast forward this timeline, a year, 2 years, 3 years, however you need to fast forward it for you. And now I see this. The King of Swords. Just nasty words being had. People not... See, because when you leave your body and when you're drinking and you check out, somebody's fulfilling your body, okay? Somebody. So we're always creating. We're creator beings. So in the moment that we're drinking, we're creating something too. So when we check out of our body, who comes in and holds on to our body and creates for us? Yep. This guy, I wouldn't want him doing it for me. I know I have before, for sure. But I've cleared those type of people, those type of beings out of my life. So I think harsh words have been said. I also see people around water and having a lot of fun, laughing, but I also see things going south and people growling and being angry with one another. Let's see if we can get some tarot on that. So we got experiencing the Three of Wands. So this is an experience that you needed to learn. You needed to grow. You needed to go through. You're becoming like something amazing out of this. You're fulfilling like every color in the rainbow. You have to experience blue, green, purple, red, magenta, orange. You have to experience all the colors of the rainbow in order to become this person that you're becoming. Okay, so this is another experience that you needed to have. You're gaining knowledge, you're gaining wisdom, you're becoming this amazing, like, stand out creator. This is part of your growth. I feel that this drinking situation is also something that you're changing. That's why it's in your life. Bottom of the deck, healing. Yeah. I also keep getting glimpses of people around a pond, people around a lake, and coolers of beer, camping, grilling, outdoor activities, just lots of laughs, lots of jokes being had, just meaningless conversation. See, people feel that they need alcohol to open up. But what if that's the next test? How to open up without alcohol? Okay? That's obviously the next test. If you take alcohol out of the equation, can you do it still? All right? That would be a badass creator right there. Yes, it would. I would like to hang out with that person because I would have a lot of respect for that person. So cool. And I feel like this is like an ancient thing that you're healing. This is you like standing on one leg saying, look at me, look what I can do. I am growing health. I am growing a new person. I am growing a new energy, and air's helping me. Air's got my back. It's in the air. Every time you have an idea of holding light and when light wasn't being able to be held in that spot, it just floods through the air. It floods through the atmosphere. It floods up to the planets, up to the stars, and then it shoots back down. I keep seeing this energy loop that the air works with you. So cool. And here you are growing. Here's all the colors of the rainbow that you have to touch and experiment with. And magenta keeps standing out to me for you. So and that might have to do with the air. Like I just see the color magenta, like right there. I feel like that's associated with like your crown chakra, like purples, and your heart. So I feel like the air is like, every time you speak or have an idea or see something in a new way, it just shoots out of your crown chakra. And it goes straight up, and then it comes back down into the core of Earth, and then it shoots out. So it's like doing like so much magical work. So, okay, so say you have this relationship and you've been partying and it was built on just like a false leaky, not false, because there was some of you there. I'm not saying you were drunk the whole time for by any means. I'm not saying that. Okay, it's not like a completely false foundation. It's just leaky, not stable. So the words have been said. I think there's been really horrible nights where horrible words have been said that you just can't take back. So what do? Okay, you have to send love to that situation too, because it's out of your control. It's already happened. It's in the past. Maybe you weren't the beautiful being that I keep seeing. That's okay. That's okay. So forgive yourself first of all, because if you were drinking, it wasn't really you. It was a piece of you, but it was not your wholeness. And you cannot be accounted for when you're not in your wholeness. Okay? So forgive yourself and tell that person you're sorry if need be. No big deal. If they don't forgive you, then they're not worth it. I'm sorry to say, but we all make mistakes. Okay? We all make mistakes. There's not one of us here that doesn't. And you got the world here. There it is. There you are. Beautiful. Just blessed and energetic creation out from every particle of your cells, every particle of your body. So these awesome shapes, sacred geometry. Sacred geometry is calling to some of you. You're completing a cycle here. So every time you are able to, so maybe the next time you start dating, you just don't drink at the beginning, and maybe the person won't like it. But you're ready to take the blindfold off. If somebody doesn't like it, then they're probably not for you. Drinking's great, but you don't want to build a house upon it. So I don't drink much at all. I probably drink once a year or twice a year, and when I do, it's like 3 drinks, okay, at the most. But I'm who am I to say what's right and wrong? You know, whatever's right for you is right for you. That's what works for me. That's what I need to be doing. And I see that, like, you're creating something amazing too, and it's just like really an honor for me to feel your energy. So I just love doing readings for you guys. Yeah, I think that how you have to deal with alcohol is like, it's like an ancient, I just feel like an ancientness to it. So maybe it goes back. Oh my gosh, now I'm feeling like really ancient. Like you're helping to break down an ancient development that has been there for centuries. It's crazy. Okay? Some people have used alcohol to just take their pain away, and that's not how you heal. You can't heal by pretending something's not there. Right? Right. Let's see. Anything else want to come out for you beautiful people? Cards feel happy. 5 of Cups. So I see that, yeah, I think that alcohol has brought you a lot of pain. There's been times that alcohol has just totally destroyed your soul. And I can relate. Been there. I have a family of history. My whole family is into it. It's been a long road. Okay? I think alcohol has brought you a lot of grief. You're well attuned to this. I see you sending energy to Earth's core in this picture again. And what kind of energy are you sending out? Because you are a very important person. And your thoughts and the way you view things really matters to us. So, what are you creating? I have to ask myself that a lot of times. Sometimes I get grumpy and say things aren't fair, right? Things are always fair, okay? How are we viewing the thing that's happening to us? Okay, are we going to go get a beer and forget that we have a problem? So then we can wake up feeling like crap and then feel the problem even worse than the day before? Or are we going to go into it? Are we going to walk into that problem and try to feel it? Feel the pieces of it. When you start drinking, you just put a blindfold on to who you are. You put a blindfold over your eyes and you just can't see your pain. Your pain is a sacred thing. It's a horrible thing, but it's also a sacred thing because it's what's building you for who you are. And it's yours, no one else's. Yours. Okay? I send you lots of love. I know that this alcohol can be everywhere, it seems at times. And it's a lot of people's solution to a lot of things. Yep. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this reading. Thank you for creating with me. I send you lots of love as you keep doing the work that you're doing and getting through your days, even when they feel hopeless and painful. You still keep going, and I send you lots of love because I know that it will change. I can promise you that. Okay? Just hang in there. We're all working together to become something new. All right? I send you lots of love. Oh, and if you could please leave me a like, share this message if you feel like it. Leave me a comment and subscribe to my channel. That would be a really wonderful blessing to me. Okay? I send you guys lots of love while you keep being badasses and changing the world. Take care. Hello guys, and welcome to this timeless pick a card reading. Today we're discussing spirit messages concerning booze and alcohol. Okay, so I'm happy that you joined me here. I think that this topic probably needs to have more than one conversation because I feel that this is like a serious thing that our culture has danced with, played with forever. I mean, I love to watch old things, and it's just like part of society. It's part of our way. And I'm not saying alcohol's bad at all. Please know that. I think that there's a time and a place for everything, and sometimes having some drinks with friends is really wonderful. Okay? But it's not wonderful when it's the only way we can find pleasure. It's the only way that we can feel comfortable. It's the only way that we can truly feel at ease is if we are drinking or have a good buzz on. Then I feel that it's probably not doing more good for you. It's probably doing more harm for you. That's just my opinion. You guys are welcome to have your own opinions, okay? These tarot readings that I bring forth are guided spirit messages from my guides and your guides, and I'm just delivering these messages. So if this reading resonates with you, awesome. If it doesn't, cool. Okay, then it wasn't meant for you, right? Obviously. So I think that's what we need to do when we hear all information. If something's meant for us, then we grab onto it and we take a little bit of wisdom breadcrumbs from it and we apply it to our life and hope for a better outcome each day that we live. And that's all that I'm trying to do here, is trying to live my life and grow and become something different than I was yesterday. Okay, so, and you chose this lapis lazuli, and it was quite talkative, encouraging you to grow in your third eye chakra, growing your intuition, and growing your perception on the world and on your circumstances. How you sparkle your words throughout your day really affects everything about your day. Our perception is the key to our happiness. All right, this crystal is sending you lots and lots of warm hugs to your third eye for opening and for growing your wisdom. Okay, so pile number one, let's see what tarot we've got for you. Okay, so your first card is, wow, right off the get-go. Okay. Perfect card for a perfect conversation. Okay, so we see a man chained up by the neck with just horrible, he must be in horrible pain, but I don't even know if he can feel all of the pain that he's in, because I'm telling you what, if I had that many spikes coming out of my back, I don't know what it is, daggers coming through my chest and out my back, I wouldn't be standing up. But there is such thing as beer muscles. So when we are drinking, a lot of times we gain superhuman powers. And the reason for that is because we are no longer in our body fully anymore. So when you're no longer in your body, then your senses are fully dulled. Some of our senses go off completely. Sometimes we have fully blocked nights that you cannot remember one thing that happened past a certain time. I have experienced blackouts before from drinking, and it can feel scary not knowing what you did the night before. Okay, so my heart goes out to any of you that have dealt with this too, or that know someone that's dealing with this sort of energy, because it's a very intense, deep, dark, painful, excruciating, painful place to be in life. This guy, it looks to me, he is there, and he can't even feel as painfully. He's thankful that he can't feel as painfully. He's just depressed. He doesn't realize that there's no way that he could even be alive and have all these daggers going through his heart and out his back. He just keeps walking. It's almost like his senses are so dulled that he doesn't know he's supposed to be dead. That's how dull his senses are. All right. So I see and I mean the name of this card is Addicted. All right. Addiction is a really dark, painful, soul crushing, soul eating experience to go through. But every situation that we are in is for a specific reason, and whoever's dealing with this, they are growing from it. Now, if it's to somebody that you love, I'm sure that this affects you in a very negative way, and I am sorry. I'm really sorry, because alcoholism is a very rampant in the United States where I live. So I feel like it probably is in the whole world. I think that it just goes back for centuries. I think it's just an ongoing thing, just part of society. And I think today we're going to talk about it for a minute. All right? Yeah. I mean, you could be addicted, or someone you know could be addicted to other things as well. A lot of times, pills and booze go together well. Alcohol and cocaine go together well. There's so many different things that people do when they're drinking. It does really, if somebody's going to have an addictive personality, then they're going to start out drinking, and then they're going to start, doing the harder things. I don't necessarily think weed is a bad thing. I think marijuana is awesome. I don't smoke it every day, but I do like once in a while. I think I'm allowed to say that now. That's awesome. I definitely have gone years where I haven't smoked weed, but I've also, before I was awakened, I've dabbled with addiction and drinking too much, and there even was a time in my life that I smoked weed every day. So I mean, it's not, that's not a deep dark addiction as some things, but I've also experienced those some things, if you know what I mean. So I understand how dark this energy can be. All right, so I send you lots of love to you or whoever's experiencing this. All right, then we've got winter solstice, reflection. Beautiful. So somebody's reflecting, and that you can't ask for more than that. When you're looking at something, that's how you're able to change something. It's not always necessarily action that changes something. In fact, most of the time it's not. Action's like secondary. Just reflecting on something and not pretending it isn't there. That is the key to change. Reflection. And I feel a real sense of stillness in this card. And this past winter or this upcoming winter may be quite important to you for somebody's change. All right. And we've got the Magician. So you are the creator of your world. And someday you will realize this if you have not already. Queen of Coins. Page of Coins. All right. So we've got a younger energy I'm feeling. We've got the 10 of Coins, lots of coins. Could be people you're around have money. 5 of Coins, feeling left out. So maybe the people that you're thinking about have money or There's a sense of feeling left out. Maybe this sense of feeling left out. Oh, my battery just gave me something. My phone's supposed to be charging. Oh, I hope it gives me that sign again. I don't want this to cut out on it. If it does, I guess we'll have to pick up. Okay, I'm going to start talking in case it wants to turn off. So, let's see. I'm picking up on a very young energy. I feel like there's a body that is mature looking, that is looking like an adult, but this person is not an adult. This person is young. This person may look like an adult, but they're really not an adult. And I'm not saying this guy's not an adult. It's just the energy that I'm picking up on. I'm picking up on an older energy, but not mature. Not quite like this. And I'm feeling a manipulation here. I feel that this younger person is being very influenced by the older people. There's even a sense of feeling left out. So I'm feeling that this situation entails maybe a younger version of you, and you being around older adults and everybody drinking, everybody asking you. I feel like somebody's asking you if you want a drink. Okay? There's like, it's almost like everyone's got like this little there's a little click, and the click is we're drinking. And then here's you being left out. Yeah. I'm feeling more like her age, more like 15 or 16. And her cup's empty, so she's just like, and here's the wine and the beer flowing and the alcohol. So I feel like it's like the gateway. Okay, so you see everybody joining around, everybody's having fun, everybody's laughing more than you, everybody's talking more than you, everybody seems to be in union with each other, and you are not. So, and then somebody asks, would you like a drink? And you feel so proud, so like pumped up, like a peacock. Your feathers are just alert, and you feel like part of the crew. Let's see if we can get some more messages about that. Moment to moment. So it's like, oh, you finally got your moment. You're just watching everybody do their thing. You almost feel left out, but then somebody throws a rock on your path and you're able to keep going. So you're like walking along, you don't know what's next, someone hands you something great and you're like, thank you, I'll take that. And it's like alcohol. So now you're part of the crew and you feel like you're starting to fit in. You feel a little scared even because you've heard lots of like rumors from school and stuff that alcohol is not good for you. So it's like you have to be brave to take the first sip. You have to be brave to do this. Brave to feel that buzz. It took courage for you to like join them, but you did it. And I feel like these adults are in a lot of pain, but you can't see the pain that they're in, or you can feel it, but you can't really see it because they're covering it up with a lot of laughter. They might be gossiping about the neighbor, just like rolling with like this strange drunkenness energy ball. Okay, because we have all these different like energetic creations that are around us all the time, and this is like the creation of being drunk and being not, I don't even see a party, but maybe parties, maybe family get-togethers. Okay, family get-togethers this could be at, or it could just be like everybody just hanging out, family hanging out. And I feel like you think that you're gonna be part of something, so you do it, And then you start feeling like, okay, I'm part of this now. I'm part of this now. I feel like I'm part of the group. So right there, it shows me that people use alcohol to make other people feel left out. And I guess I can relate to that because when I go to my family gatherings, a lot of times I take a glass or a beer from them and then I dump half of it out to make them feel comfortable because it's like they don't feel comfortable unless I'm drinking. Sometimes I can't put up the facade and I'm just like, no, I don't want to drink. And other times I just don't feel strong. So I'll take their alcohol and just like pretend to drink it. It's a little game I came up with. Whether it's right or wrong, I can't tell you. I don't know. I'm just doing the best I can. Okay? I just like to make people feel comfortable. When people feel comfortable, I feel comfortable, as we all do. But I also like people to, I care about people's feelings, and sometimes that has gotten me into trouble, but I've gotten quite a better hold on it. I know that I'm important too, and I need to care for my own feelings. So I don't go down that rabbit hole too much. But this situation makes me feel that your family probably got you drinking at a young age, or somebody did, somebody that you were around a lot. Okay, so there's a reason for this too. Yeah, there's a reason for everything that we go through. And when you had this, when they gave you this alcohol, you felt like you were on top of the world. That you were pulled up out of the dark and up to the light with them. But what you cannot see is the pain that they're covering up. They think that when you have a drink, then you don't have any problems anymore. And you see that they're acting like this. So you're pulled up out of the darkness and you're hanging out with them. The thing is these people are addicted to alcohol. These people are like, it feels weird to say addicted to alcohol. I feel bad calling them alcoholics, okay? That's the truth. I don't want to like label people and make people feel a certain way, you know what I mean? But these people are drinking a lot more than what is healthy. So I feel that it was probably not right of them to pull you into their inner circle when you were so young and perfect, but that is what probably happened. I feel that nobody ever wants to become an alcoholic when they grow up. 3 of Wands. See, I don't think anybody looks out to their future and says, yes, when I grow up, I want to be an alcoholic. But those adults that are, you know, they didn't know any better. They're just trying to ease their pain. This person's looking out to see, what did I want to be? This young person. I don't see alcoholic anywhere in the stars written for her. That's not what she wants. But that is sometimes the beginning of this cycle. A lot of times families start giving it to their children at a young age, and it's like there's this big allure to it. And then the kids that parents allow them to drink in the home, then they go and brag to all their buddies at school, and then everybody thinks the person that's drinking at home is so cool, right? And then you start getting some vanity, and you start feeling like, oh, you know, you have something that somebody else doesn't. You have like this special union with your parents that your friends don't have. But things that are built, when things are built on drunken moments, then you're on a leaky foundation. That's what we were talking about in the last pile. And when you go down the road of needing to drink, you go down a lonely road. Even though you're standing next to a lot of people laughing and everybody's witnessing how happy you are, who's the person being happy? Because it's not really you. You're speaking out, laughing, showing evidence that you're just like on top of the world, but inside most people are feeling like this when there's an addiction, guys. when people are drinking too much. So this is what the young person wants to be doing. This is what the young person thinks that they are doing when they start drinking. They think that they're creating and becoming this like part of society, a beautiful thing. They think they're becoming something bigger than they are. But in all reality, they're checking out of their body and dulling their senses so that they cannot. But this too, I got this card for pile 1 as well. This is an experience that was meant for you to go through, as painful as it is. You may be mad at the people that gave this to you, but this too is an experience that was meant for you in order for you to become the person that you're becoming. So, like I said, nobody grows up and says, I want to be an alcoholic when I grow up. This is something that happens like really gradually. And, you know, maybe it started out really young for you or for somebody, you know, that you know. And it builds, you know, you have that drink only at family get-togethers, and then sometimes on the weekend, then a year from now, you know, you're going through school and you're the cool kid in school that everyone can go to their house and drink. So then it's like you already have, it's like out of your control. So then you become an adult, you go to get your job, first you go to college. Most people aren't alcoholics by the time they're in college yet. They just have like, you know, their parties and everybody lets loose on the weekends, and, you know, they don't really have that addiction quite yet. But then, okay, you go and get your job, and it seems like there's always the crew that goes, you know, to the bars every Friday. So then you hit up that crew. And then before you know it, you have a wife and kids, and you're drinking at home because your wife doesn't want you to leave, or your husband doesn't want you to leave. So you use alcohol to release your anxieties from the day, because we all have a lot of pain. And alcohol is a fast way to vanquish the pain that you're in. It does vanquish your pain. But sometimes that can spiral into the other direction, because it also heightens like the emotions that the body is having in the moment. So if you're angry, you can be vicious. You know, if you're sad, you can cry a river. If you're happy, then the whole world's going to hear you laugh. All right. And so then probably like a year later, you know, you're drinking a 6-pack, you know, and then maybe later on you start drinking other things. I don't know. Alcoholism can be different for everybody. Everybody can do it differently. Sometimes people like liquor better than alcohol or better than beer. So I just feel like with this pile that it's almost like you were tricked into this way of life by your elders, and it wasn't your fault. But the thing is we all go through things in our life to experience them in order to become something that you could never imagine you're becoming. And we can either see things from the higher perspective, or we can see things from the lower perspective and blame our family for doing this to us. Okay, so my heart goes out to you if that is something that you've experienced, because I know that road too. Like, I've seen a lot in my life. So, and it can be sometimes out of your control what your family hands to you. And I feel that so many families that I know, alcohol brings them together. It's like, I feel like it was kind of like a manipulation, and it just slowly crept into your life or into someone you know's life, and then it just like created roots and spread out and became like this whole part of life. So I guess we'll see if there's any more cards that want to come out before I wrap this reading up for pile 2. Anything else, Spirit? All right, so we got the King of Pentacles. And we got the 8 of Swords. So it could be like a dad, a father was the one that and maybe he had dogs. All right, maybe it was a father figure that helped you to do this. But I see like whoever this is, it's like really tied them up and made them not be able to see themselves or their life properly. When we run away from pain, we just run away from who we are. And if you're running away from yourself, then what are you? I would feel that would feel really lonely. That would feel excruciating, and that would just summon some not pleasant beings into your life. So I feel that this reading was just to talk about some of this. Maybe these are past pains, maybe these are current pains, but I think that more conversations need to be had. You know, we need to look at life and just like talk about it, because that's the way that we are able to change life, is if we have a moment to just say, hi, I see you, pain. Hi, I see you. You deserve to be talked to. You deserve to be loved. And that is when we come into spiritual union with our higher selves, is when we're able to peek into those corners that everyone tiptoes around. Don't talk about that. Don't, let's not talk about the elephant in the room, that every time our family gets together, we have to have more alcohol than any human could handle. And someone usually ends up on the floor, or, someone's shouldn't be driving. I don't know. Something like that. Okay. Just remember that you are the creator of your moment, and love whatever it is. Like, just put some love into whatever situation is yours that concerns this, and it will start evolving. It will start evolving. No, you might not be able to change your family or change the people, but you never know. You know what I'm saying? When we change ourselves, we change the world. So you might not be able to like directly change one of your family members and say, I wish you just wouldn't drink anymore. But when you change yourself and you become healthy, the people around us begin to imitate us. It just happens naturally because we're all super connected. And when they feel that you're healthy, it helps them to want to roll into the line of being healthy as well. All right. So just remember, everything that you do has an impact on everyone around you. All right. It's been such an honor to sync with your energy and to witness all that you light workers and all of us light workers and spirit starseeds are going through, and we're just trying to do the best that we can, trying to figure things out as we go. It would be nice to have a guidebook, but we really don't. So I feel like tarot gives us a moment to try and just see what the energies are that are around us for the time. All right, so I thank you for loving tarot with me and being a part of this channel. If you could leave me a like, give me a comment, share this video, or subscribe to me, that would really help me to grow and expand this and to keep bringing you more readings. All right, take care, everyone.